Well, hello, this is Rosa, rcgkreations. How you doing? I'm bringing you today doing a new recipe. I'm using this stuff, which was given to me. So I don't know anything about it other than I know it's kind of like a cornmeal type of situation, but it makes your food taste a little bit on the nutty side. So I'm going to coat it. Here it is. I put it in here. But I'm going to coat it with this stuff. I'm going to add some seasonings to it. So I'm going to get my wash. I got my oven cooking. My oven's on 425. It's going to take about 15-20 minutes to bake in the oven, because I want it to be like a baked dish. Let me get my fork. Sorry, that's my alarm. I gotta do some pressure can some broth. I ran out of time yesterday, so they're in the fridge. I gotta skim the top of the fat off the broth. Did it with all my turkey bones. I got two friends, one sister and one friend that gave me their turkey bone carcasses from Thanksgiving. And so I've been processed that. I didn't do a video on it because I've done it before. I'll put a link in the description box to that other where I process bone broth, because I've done it a couple of times now. Actually several times, not just a couple. So I just scrambled up my egg. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of milk. Not a lot. Mix that up. I think that's going to be enough because I don't need to do a whole lot. Let me get my milk in the fridge. I don't like to leave my milk out on the counter when I'm baking or cooking or whatever I'm doing. Okay, now we're going to add our seasonings. This is where do your own stuff. Do what suits you. Do what you have with what you have on hand. That's another thing. Bear with me. I'm just going to look to see if I'm in frame. I don't want to cut my head off, but I want to make sure it's in there too. Okay. So let's add our seasonings. We have our spices right here in the door, which makes it easy for us. I'm going to add a little parsley. I like parsley when I'm doing coating. Ooh, brand new container. Whenever I have one that's empty, throw it away, and then I put another one in. Just going to sprinkle some of that, not a whole lot. And then this is fish. Let's do a little bit of paprika. And I'm not going to put the quantity of the amount because I'm not measuring. I'm just pouring. Because I've done this so many times. I don't even measure anymore. This is poultry. And then I think that is it. I know I'm looking for my white pepper. Here we go. I love this white pepper. This is from Private Selection. I don't know who makes it, but I like this white pepper. And I'm just pouring, and I don't do the salt because I do my salt when I'm at when the food is on my plate, because I have to do no salt, low salt stuff. I'm just going to mix this all up. And let me get my fish. We buy our fish at a grocery store. We don't have a garden. And we don't really actually have like a meat market that we deal with on a regular basis. It's just whatever's on the grocery store. We don't do any other stuff. I know we should, but we don't. Excuse me. That pepper got to me a little bit there. And I like the fish that's in these individual vacuum bags when they're vacuum sealed. Wash my scissors. I'm going to take out, my hands are clean because I washed them just before I got set up. Now I'm just gonna, I drained the excess water that's in there from when it got thawed out. I'm gonna coat it into my egg wash mix. Oh, I gotta wash my hands, forgot. I forgot to, because it's just me and hubby, nobody else. We're only gonna have 2 pieces of fish. You get your cookie sheet, you get a piece of parchment. But you can put it in a baking dish if you want to. But I'm doing it this way for less mess. And then you get your cooking spray. I like to use the butter. Spray it. The cookie sheet, baking the parchment paper. This keeps it from sticking. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Another sneeze. That pepper really got to me. Okay, so I'm going to get it ready for when I add it to my pan. Okay, we're back. For some reason the camera shut off on me again. So now I'm going to put my fish. I'm not going to poke it because I don't want to poke holes in my fish. I'm going to put it in my coating. I don't like to handle fish too much because it's kind of fragile. So I try not to maneuver it too much. Okay. And get a little piece of it. Shake off the excess and put it on my parchment paper. Now we'll do the second one and we'll repeat it with the other one. I'm really hoping that this should be down to a 15-minute video because this is really fairly easy to do. And it really doesn't take maybe the max 30 minutes from beginning to end. My side dishes are going to be corn and green beans. We are not very much onto veggies. And we pretty much stick with just corn and green beans. Sometimes we'll do rice, but I'm trying to stay away from rice and pasta. And since this is already going to be breaded already. And I will read, and I'll put it in the description box, the calories and the carbs and all that off the packaging. I've never seen this before. From what I understand and all my reading, I think this is some kind of an Indian meal, cornmeal. But I really don't know. Don't quote me on that one because I don't know. Because it took me forever to find recipes on what to do with this stuff. But hey, you know, if we like it, I'll buy some more. I'll find out. I'll find out where we can buy more, but I've got, she gave me 2 huge bags, which is about 20 of those little individual bags. So I got 40 of those bags, which I'm not going to do anything with. I know I won't. I'm going to donate them to the homeless people. I vacuum packed a bunch of them, and then I put some in jars, and I vacuum packed the jars. Now we're done with that. That'll go down the garbage disposal. And my oven is still preheating. So now I'm just trying to coat the whole thing. And there we go. This is going to go in garbage because I don't want to plug up my garbage disposal. And there we go. Isn't that pretty? So now we'll just wait for the oven to finish preheating. Heat it up. We're going to eat. So I'll bring you back when we get to that phase when it's all done, and I'll serve it and we'll do a little taste test. Okay, it took 15 minutes I did it one side, then I flipped them over because you see how it's got the little coating thing on there? So I flipped it over. There it is. And we'll see what that tastes like. See that there? Now what I think I need to go to the, okay, so that was the side, then I flipped it over, and then that is the top. This is what cooked first. I had flipped them over, so they all had that little coating on there, which is what I personally wanted. So I'm going to taste this one. And I am going to do a taste test. Oh, let me get myself my corn and my green beans. We like string beans. Okay, now we'll do the taste test. I'm going to just do the fish by itself because that was the big test. It's crunchy because of that coating thing from this stuff here. Okay, so that's good. I'm about to hear that. It does taste good. My fish is nice and flaky. See that? It's nice and flaky fish. Let me have a big piece of just the fish by itself. I want to show you. See that? The fish is nice and flaky. Oh, let me stand still. Let me taste that part by itself. Hot! Hot, 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 hot. Baby. It was temperature hot. But I do like the coating. I taste a hint of the nut because it says it's got a kind of a nutty flavor. I didn't taste that too much, but you know what? It is crunchy. And so if you're gonna, I think what I'm gonna do next time is when I do some fried chicken, is I'm gonna use this cornmeal. This is kind of like a cornmeal. I don't know anything about it, like I said earlier, but I do like it, and I will go ahead and keep some of these bags for myself for future use. I'll put them all in a container and have that, but I think this is definitely a good thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. We catch you in the next video. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and share. Bye-bye.